Radcliffe FC is now in the National League North. We've had 2 promotions under the current ownership and we are the biggest team in the borough. The club means everything, and a lot of football clubs say that. But when the ownership took over and there were 75 fans and 2 dogs, for it now to be over 2,000 at Hudl games, it means we're doing something right.
No shot! No shot! No shot!
The professional element, we try and be as professional as we can. You know, we only have access to the players twice a week and a match day. If you've got the resources available, you know, you use them to the best of your ability. And I think that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to professionalise the environment and create a culture for the lads to flourish. Yeah, so the Hudl Flex camera, it's really easy to set up. You know, we set up the tripod before training, attach the camera itself, and then it's a couple of taps on your app, on your phone. I think the best bit for us, you know, within 30 minutes of the final whistle, you know, the game's clipped, the player's GPS data is available. With most other systems, that's not possible. But I think the biggest thing for us is we're able to have those conversations with the players before they've left the building. That's probably the single most important thing for us is how seamless the products communicate.
The analyst team are headed by Luke Clark sit down with us probably every 3 months, and we'll go through data capture of the players in and around the level, probably a couple of leagues below and above, which will then identify as a recruitment strategy who will fit the model. So again, it's invaluable data that a lot of clubs are missing out on. We can only say it's the best thing we've invested in.
The more professional we get, the higher up the pyramid we go. It's really important that we can capture the players' load so that we can look after them from a health point of view. You know, the biggest asset any of the players can have is being available. We know what metrics we want to monitor in terms of certain players and certain profiles, and when those players are available, it helps making our processes a hell of a lot easier in terms of scouting and recruitment.
Having obviously the GPS and stuff like Hudl, it's very important to have as a semi-pro footballer to bridge the gap basically. Obviously we want to bridge that gap between the semi-pro level and the professional level as best as we can by getting any 1% that we can. Most surprising thing I've seen from the GPS this season is that I am actually the 2nd fastest player on the team, judging from the data. With me being 37 years old, I think that's either a good thing for me or a bad thing for the other players.
The gaffers, especially like on a serious note, are always honest about hitting them numbers. They believe that if a certain number in the squad hits a certain amount of numbers, that the result will always be a good one.
Any key edge on your opponents, we're going to use anything we can possibly get our hands on. So the conversation to use Hudl and to speak to the team at Hudl about teaming up was a no-brainer in terms of using the WeMove setup, the Hudl packages and the Y-Scout package, all combined into one. It was to be the market leader in the UK to using the combined asset.